everybody, so new series review today. We're talking about the upcoming M.O.D.O.K show coming to Hulu. It did take me a little bit of time to come around to the whole idea of an animated series that's centered around M.O.D.O.K, as he's attempting to maintain control within his evil organization while also maintaining a healthy family life. But I think if you're a big fan of the trailers of what you've seen so far, I think you're actually going to have a blast when you check out the entire series when it debuts May 21st on Hulu. There's no better word to describe the series more than it's just really fun. Each of the 10 episodes of the show really does cover a wide variety of crazy, different, and unique adventures as the series goes on. One of the big things I've seen discussed about the show going into it is its animation style. It is very reminiscent of the show Robot Chicken, which makes sense because they're both made by the same studio, but I actually do really like the animation style they've chosen for this show. I think the style really suits these characters and factors in perfectly with the wild tone of the show. Quite a bit of the show's humor does lean more towards an older audience, which I think is what makes this Marvel show unique compared to a lot of the other ones. The overall tone and humor of the show is one of the big highlights for me. A lot of the jokes really landed, especially coming from M.O.D.O.K himself. Patton Oswalt really elevates the material here, and you can see that he has a lot of fun playing the character. M.O.D.O.K's self-centered attitude in the series actually is what makes for so much of the great comedic set pieces, since it's his downfall. Nobody takes him or his villainous plan seriously. He still tries his best to appear intimidating around his peers, and he does anything he can to try and impress them. Kind of a side tangent, but I really love the way that this show uses Marvel characters in it. It seems like they kind of had free reign when it comes to using different Marvel characters, no matter how big or small they were. Because of course we do see sometimes we see Iron Man show up. We also get some smaller level characters you don't see in a lot of things, like Arcade shows up for a few episodes, a Marvel villain that we don't really talk about all that much. Then you see other characters pop up in there, like Wonder Man, the Leader, you know, characters and stuff like that. That's stuff I really appreciate when it comes to shows like this, because they showcase characters that we really don't see a whole lot in media when it comes to outside of the comic books. One of the big surprises for me when watching M.O.D.O.K is one of the big storylines has a lot of emotional weight to it, because M.O.D.O.K's marriage is falling apart because of who he is, and it actually kind of pulls on your heartstrings as he's trying to do whatever he can to get his family back, his wife, his daughter, and his son. And as the episodes progress, we see M.O.D.O.K try and connect more with his kids and his wife, at least in the most M.O.D.O.K way that he can, the best of his abilities. M.O.D.O.K's entire family, Jody, Melissa, Lou, all of them have some really great moments throughout the season and ample development within certain episodes. The episodes where M.O.D.O.K spends time with his kids are actually some of my favorites, particularly the one where he spends time with Lou, his son, played by Ben Schwartz. He's like a fun ball of energy every time he's on screen, and I actually love the episode where they go to Asgard. That's probably my favorite episode, maybe of the entire season, other than maybe episode 3, where M.O.D.O.K and his kids go to a conference. That episode is really wild as well. Like I said, it's definitely some adult humor, so maybe be cautious when you're watching with your kids, but I still think there's still a lot of fun to be had. Another nice thing about watching M.O.D.O.K is there are 10 episodes, but they're all fairly short. None of them are over 25 minutes long. I think that was kind of like the longest episode length. So if you're someone that really likes to binge watch shows, you could probably watch this entire show in a day. Thankfully, because of that short runtime of every episode, none of them really overstay their welcome. I maybe would have cut maybe 1 or 2 episodes to make this 8 episodes instead of 10, because some of the episodes are kind of not crucial to the overarching plot, but even in those episodes that are kind of filler-esque, they are still entertaining to watch. One of the more unfortunate things about the show is there actually are a couple of plot threads that are left hanging or unanswered in the show, and I think that they're probably not going to get explored, because I'm not sure if this is actually going to get a season 2, because if you guys weren't aware already, Hellstrom and all those other shows on Hulu were canceled, and this is among those as well, because of course Disney wants to have everything on Disney Plus when it comes to Marvel, and the overall tone and humor of the show definitely doesn't fit into the Disney Plus brand when it comes to Marvel stuff, so I could see this being canceled. I mean, hopefully the reception is strong enough where they actually just have a second season on Hulu so it can just stay there. However, if this is a one and done kind of deal for Marvel's M.O.D.O.K on Hulu, at least it was a really fun, fresh, and unique take on these Marvel characters that we don't really see all that often. But now that you've heard my thoughts on Marvel's M.O.D.O.K, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section down below. What did you think of the show when you get a chance to check it out? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you want to see a season 2 of Marvel's M.O.D.O.K? Would you not want to see a season 2? Either way, make sure you leave your comments and all the thoughts down below, because I like to talk all things movies and TV with you guys on the channel. As always, thanks so much for checking out my reviews. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like. As always, thanks so much for checking my reviews. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. We'll keep making reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more on the channel. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.